If I had to become a millionaire in 2026 the fastest way possible, as if my life depended on it, this is exactly what I would do.
Welcome to the Kimstar Show with your host, Kimstar. Let's go.
Alright guys, so welcome back to the Kimstar Show, and this week I'm going to share with you guys a step-by-step approach, tactical advice, sharing exactly what I would do if it is that I had to become a millionaire in 2026 the fastest way possible, right? And you see, here's the thing guys, you see, when you learn how to do something, you can do it over and over and over again effortlessly, right? Oftentimes people don't achieve a particular result, or it's difficult for someone to achieve a particular result simply because they don't have anything to refer to. They don't have a starting point. They don't know what they're going after. They don't have a structure. So in this video, my aim is to give you guys, just to share my experience and tell you guys honestly what I would do so that you guys could possibly have an idea as to what you could do to become a millionaire in 2026 the fastest way possible, just the same. All right. So the first thing, by the way, I have some notes right here. So if you see me looking right back and forth, I'm just referring to my notes so that way I can provide you guys with a decent structure. So the first thing that I would do, my friends, is I would think about some things that I've done in the past, some things that I would consider as achievement, or some things that I can do easily that others may find it to be difficult, right? So that's very important. I want to ask myself, what are some things that I've achieved in the past, right? Because I'm going to use digital products as the vehicle to help me to become a millionaire. So I'm going to sell information. So I first want to understand what are some things that I've achieved in the past, right? Like some success, no matter how big or small. I want to list every single thing down. So for example, in my own experience, I've won many dance competitions. I've also been awarded best stage presence for multiple awards as well. I've lost 90 pounds in 5 months. Right, so I've went from overweight to being toned. These are things that I would consider as an achievement as well. I've made millions in the digital product market. Not a lot of people can say that. So I think that is something that I could add as well. And also, I know how to run Facebook. I have a lot of stuff right here, right? So you just need to think about the small, the big, the medium, whatever. Just list them. Even if you think they're pointless, put them down. Just list every single thing down. So I would make an extensive list of all the things that I've done, right? All the things that I find to be easy that others may find difficult. For example, running Facebook ads, right? Many people find that difficult. To me, I find that pretty easy, right? Achievements. I've lost 90 pounds. Many people struggle with losing belly fat or losing weight in general. So once I have that list, I'll move on to step number 2. Now, step number 2, I'm going to now select or identify which of these people would pay the most amount of money to learn from me, right? So out of that extensive list that I would have created, my job now is to find out which of these people would pay me money for, or the most money for. So this is where we're going to filter them now. So for example, I know a lot of people would pay me to learn exactly how to lose weight, and I know a lot of people would pay me to learn exactly how to sell digital products online, right? For the sake of this video, because selling digital products online will be an easy one, so I'm going to work with losing weight for the example of this video, right? So let's say losing weight. Obviously, guys, I always say this. People always pay you money if something helps them to make money, if something helps them to save time, and if something helps them to look better. So obviously, if I should teach people how to sell digital products online, that will teach people how to make money. So people will pay me money for that, a lot of money, right? And also, if I should teach people how to lose weight, get rid of the belly fat, all that jazz, it means that I'm helping people to look better. So people will pay me a ton of money to learn exactly how to look better. Hope this is making sense. Now, once that is done, I would then move on to step number 3, since I've selected the option, the thing which is basically losing weight. That skill is what I'm willing to share with the market. Okay. So now the step 3 is I'm going to turn this into a micro offer. I'm going to turn my knowledge into a micro offer. What do I mean by micro offer? This could be a simple ebook. This could be a mini course, right? It doesn't have to be anything long, just helping people to get a specific result. So for example, I could offer a simple, maybe 2 to 3 page ebook I could call it the exact eating rules I followed to lose 90 pounds within the exact eating rules I followed to lose 90 pounds within 5 short months, right? So if I could offer this for like $4. If somebody's looking to lose weight and they're like, cool, wow, the eating rules that this person followed to lose 90 pounds within 5 months. Wow, I would love to get my hands on that, right? So that is a no-brainer offer. So something that is impulse purchase, because I'm trying to become a millionaire the fastest way possible. So I want to capitalize on volume of sales, large volume of sales. I want to launch something today and get sales today. So I'm going to launch a micro offer, right? So now that is out the way, I'm going to move on to step number 4. Step number 4, I would then create a sale funnel. Now this part may sound confusing to you guys at first, especially if you're not familiar with the term sale funnel, especially if you're not familiar with the marketing space, building a funnel, all that jazz. So you may need to watch this video a few times for it to really make sense, but I'm just sharing with you guys exactly what I would do. It's not necessarily the easiest, but I'm sharing with you guys the practical things that I personally would do to become a millionaire the fastest way possible in 2026. All right, so here's what I mean by creating a funnel. Now, a sale funnel, right, for me is just basically aligning multiple products, right, in a sales system. So for example, when a customer buys this product, they're going to be greeted by another product, which they don't necessarily need to enter their credit card. They can make one click and purchase that next product. That's called an upsell, right? So all of these products are going to be stacked in one sale funnel. So when someone lands on my sale funnel, they'll see the first thing, which is the only thing that's going to be the exact eating rules that I follow to lose 90 pounds within 5 months, right? That's the only product that they will see. When they purchase that product, they'll be greeted by a next product. Now, why is that? Because when you solve one problem in the market, it opens space for another problem, right? So whenever you solve one problem, another problem is created. So people, once they want a particular solution, they're going to want your solution, right? They're going to go out there. If you don't present them with an offer to sell them something else, they're going to go out there and find it and they're going to buy it from somebody else. So why not just present them with all the offers so that they can get all the results that they particularly need, and also you can make as much money out of this as well. So it's a win-win situation. So let me explain what my sales funnel would look like. Once again, this part may sound confusing, but watching it a few times, it will make sense. All right. So the main product for the first step in my sale funnel, I would have a $4 product, as I mentioned a few times. This would be the exact eating route that I followed to lose 90 pounds within 5 short months. That is my digital product for $4. I would just list the eating route that I followed and sell it to people for $4. Now, before they purchase that, they're going to see an order bump. An order bump is simply an order that is presented before they purchase that they can just click it. Once they click it, they can add it to their order. It's almost like you go to KFC and you say, okay, give me a 2-piece chicken. They say, do you want fries or drinks with that? It's the next logical thing that you could possibly need. And people will say, yeah, sure, no problem. Or you go to the supermarket and you see some gum right before you check out. You just grab the gum and you pay for it, right? That's like an order bump. It's not something that you think too deep about, but it's right there, so you just grab it. So my order bump would be something like my exact meal plan with healthy meals that actually taste good. And then I'll put in bracket, I hate salads, by the way. And I would add this for like $15, right? So somebody want to know my eating rules. Some people may also want to know the exact food that I eat, because rules are different from the exact food that I eat, right? So I'll say, you can get my exact meal plan with healthy meals that actually taste good. And in bracket, I hate salads, by the way, because I know many people probably hate salads. And when they think about diet, they're thinking about green stuff. They're going to think about eating a bunch of, vegetable to seem like a goat or grass stuff, right? So, no. So I'll then add this for like $15. So if they want this, they can just simply add it and they'll pay me an additional $15. So now my product will go from $4 to $19 when somebody makes a purchase, right? So now that is out the way. When people purchase that now, they're going to be greeted by a next page that says, wait, your order is not yet complete. Would you like this next offer? And that is the sale funnel that we're building right here. So here's my next offer. This is the upsell. The upsell would be something like shredded blueprint. How to now look lean after you've lost weight and look noticeably fit. So that is my promise. So now that someone, remember when I mentioned that whenever you solve a problem, it creates a new problem. So when people lose weight by dieting with the nutrition and all that jazz, right? They don't want to have their body looking soggy and all that jazz, right? They want to now build like a toned body. Men probably want to, their chest to be more defined, the arms to be more defined. They don't want to look skinny, right? Ladies, they might want to, get the glutes looking in order to look your body look toned, right? So working out is going to be an important factor in this process as well. So understanding this, I know that this will be the next step for them, right? So the upsell is always the next logical step in my case, right? So I would say, okay, wait, your order is not yet complete. You've done an amazing job on getting access to, the exact eating rules that I follow. This will help you to actually melt away belly fat, melt away unwanted fat from your body. Now that you have access to this blueprint. Now, how would you like to look lean after you've lost that weight and start to look noticeably fit, right? Having your friends asking you, hey, John, you started working out? Stuff like that. So that is my next thing. And I will sell this for $97, giving them the exact workouts, the video demonstration. Maybe this could be like a mini course, all that jazz, showing them the exact workout and how to do it, starting from, a complete beginner, showing them how to position their body correctly and all that jazz, right? Now, after they've purchased that, I'll give them another offer, because in a sales funnel, you can add as many offers as you like within one process, and they don't have to enter their card again. They can make one click, and when they make that one click, they will purchase that product. This is why sales funnels are 10 times better than a website, because websites don't do these things. Websites just have people all over the place. So the next upsell that I will offer is basically a one-on-one working with me, because some people, they might want accountability. Some people might want coaching. Some people might want somebody, just to be there to guide them. So I'll say, okay, you can get access to me for one-on-one. We have access to one session per week. And that's going to be like $997. So $1,000 USD basically, right? So now I have this sale funnel. Now each time, here's a beautiful thing. Each time a customer purchases my $4 product, I would make around $48 on average. I could make way more. Obviously, I could make like even $1,000, but on average, I'll make $48. Why? Because I have a sale funnel. I have multiple products in that sales system. I have a simple ebook for $4, which is where this is the thing that's going to attract people. Then I have a simple order bump with my exact meal plan. Then I have a workout course, like the shredded blueprint. And then after that, I offer them my service of a, one-on-one. So the $997. But for most part, when most people go through my funnel, I'll make around $48. And the average, this is called average order value. This is a story for another day. You can ask ChatGPT, what does this guy mean by his average order value is going to be $48? Each time somebody goes through his sale process, they're spending like $48 when he has an offer for like $4, order bump for $15, and upsell for $97, and another upsell for $997, right? So obviously some days I can make over $1,000 with one single person, and for most part, people are going to pay $48, right? Now here's the magical thing that takes us to step 5. Step 5 is now where we're going to run Facebook advertisement. Now, this is the magical thing that people don't get. You see the previous step that I mentioned, building a sale funnel. People will oftentimes just build one part of the sale process, and then when they go and run Facebook ads, they can't keep promoting that product. Why? Because when you run Facebook ads, at first, Facebook may help you to get a customer for like $3. Every time you pay $3, you get a customer for a $4 product, or every time you pay $4, you get a customer for a $4 product. But if I only had that $4 product, what would have happened is that I would just be breaking even, meaning I don't lose any money, I don't make any money, right? And then the longer I promote it, the cost to get a customer will increase. So that will increase to around $10. So every time I pay $10, I get a sale. However, if I only had the $49 product, right, it will mean that every time I pay $10, I lose $6, right? Because obviously 10 is more than $4. So that is why the sale funnel is powerful. So now, every time I get a sale, let's say I pay Facebook $10, right? And every time I pay Facebook $10, I get a $48 sale, right? Because when people go through the funnel, that's the amount of money that I would make on average. Because some people are going to take the order bump, some people won't take it. Some people may take the $97 offer, some people won't take it. So the average that I'll make is $48, right? So this is powerful, very, very powerful. This is where the math comes in, because you have to understand the math, right? So now, when I run Facebook ads and I'm paying, let's say, $10, because I could easily get $4 to acquire a customer, but let's say we're getting $10 for easy number. So if I have a budget, I started a budget of $200 per day for advertisement, right? That would mean that I'm paying $10 per sale, which means that I would get 20 sales for that day. Now, if I get 20 sales for that day, because I have a funnel, I would now, right, make approximately $960, right, for that day. If I make 20 sales and the average order value is $48, right? So 20 times 48, that would be $960. Now I'm paying $200 for ads. When I take away that $200 for advertisement, I'll be left with a total of $760 as profit for money for me to keep. You guys see how powerful this is, right? Now, once I have that, I can now move on to step number 6. Now, step number 6 is basically me just repeating the process for the next 30 days and until it stop working. So repeating the process. So if I make $760 profit per day for the next 30 days, that would be 22,800 USD for the entire month. And in Jamaican dollars, right, that would be $3.6 million. So if I wanted to become a millionaire the fastest way possible, this is the exact blueprint that I would follow if it is that I would like to go ahead and make that. And if it is that I don't hit that particular metric, I will go back to the drawing board until I find a funnel that works. But I won't spend days, months, weeks trying to figure out if this is working. If I'm not seeing results on day 1, I'm going back to the drawing board and I'm going to repeat until I get a funnel that does this, what I'm talking about, creating a simple, cheap product that brings customers in, and then I have some follow-up offers that will make customers want to spend more because they're getting more value, right? And then once that process is working, I will spend as much money as I possibly could on Facebook advertisement, because when you have a powerful funnel, right, a funnel that is printing money and you have advertisement running behind it, this is the secret for you to become a millionaire the fastest way possible. Like, there's no cap. So what happens though when I spend $400 a day on advertisement? It means that I would now go to $6-7 million a month, right? And then what happens when I spend $1,000 a day on advertisement? It scales even further, right? And there is no cap on this. I have a powerful product, I have a powerful sales funnel, and I'm running advertisement, and I'm actually, making millions on a monthly basis by following this exact blueprint. So this is the process that it takes, guys. Now, here's the thing. If it is that you guys would like to maybe learn this a step further, I have a free recording of a live session that I did. Depending on the time you're watching this video, maybe you can catch me live, but just check the link down in the description where you can register for my free web class where I dive a little bit deeper on how to create a digital product business that pays you guys consistently. So thank you guys again for watching this video to the very end. I'll say peace, chicken grease.